This podcast is part of the Frederick Podcast Network. Learn more at listenfrederick.com.
This episode is brought to you by...
Shouldn't having conversations with your money be easy? Easier than counting the planets, at least. Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Oh, what happened to Pluto? Did it offend someone? F&M Trust is here to help you have better conversations with your money. Go bank it easy at fmtrust.bank.
What's up, everybody? It's episode 146 of Beers in the Lot. Hey, real quick for all the Hershey Bears fans, we've got Chocolate Town Beers in the Lot t-shirts up on the store at beersinthelot.com/shop. And no matter who you're a fan of, jump into the Discord at beersinthelot.com/discord. So in this episode of Beers in the Lot, me and the guys talked about, checking my notes here, pressure washers. And we were watching Game 6 of Vegas and Dallas, so we talked about that. And we talked about the upcoming Stanley Cup Final between Vegas and Cats and how that could play out. Conn Smythe? Bob? Huh? So let's get to it.
What are you drinking this evening, Daniel?
I have a Captain and Coke. I've been drinking a lot of Tree Houses lately, so decided, you know what? I think I'm going to switch it up tonight.
You got Jack Sparrow and Coke. That's what you got.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you got Jack Sparrow and Coke. That's nice.
This is the ballad of Jack
Yeah.
Sorry I was late, guys. I was watching those Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Those things are
Still a
fantastic.
great song.
I know. Yeah. Now back to the good part. Yeah.
What do you have tonight, Aaron?
Tonight, from Dogfish Head, I've got a Blue Hen Pilsner. Pretty good. It's not like
Nice.
remarkable, but it's good beer. Can't go
Really?
wrong.
You're like a Pilsner dude. Not a fan?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just it's a Pilsner. It's not like amazing, but it's beer.
It's a Pilsner.
I like beer.
I like beer, and that's what this
mean,
is.
It is from Delaware.
It is from Delaware. Yeah.
Wow.
Hence
Delaware.
Blue Hens, yeah. Wow, Delaware.
Hey, we're in Delaware.
Oh man, what you got tonight, Riggs?
I have the boss of the world from Attaboy Beer. A double hazy.
Oh,
Yes, the boss of the world.
Rick Ross of the world. Nice.
Oh.
Oh.
oh. Got a chopper in the car.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, Johnny, what do you have?
We were talking about this all weekend.
Oh, yes.
A criminally underrated beer, a Modelo.
yeah.
So good.
Excellent beer.
Yeah, I got a 18 pack yesterday because did some. Well, I'll bring it up. So we were talking. Eric and I were talking about this. How therapeutic power washing is.
Oh,
Like just like
Yeah, they have
It's
they have a whole game for it.
I know.
Like
Yeah.
you can play power
Games.
washing.
Yeah.
So good.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
so my wife and I we borrowed my mother-in-law's power washer. We had an issue with the hose almost like immediately when we fired it up.
There's always an issue with them.
I know.
That's the thing with
So we
power
were like-
washers. They all have an issue.
there's always
Or
something
multiple
not
issues.
working. Yes.
When you
Yes.
borrow one. So I was like, all right, let's go to Depot and get a hose. And then I was like, you know what? We have enough patio space and everything with, the pool and the house. We're literally going to need to do this every single year, at least once or twice, maybe 3 times. So I was like, we're going to buy a power washer.
So basically, you said, I'm not going to fix my mom's broken one. I'm going to go
We
buy
did
my
buy
own.
a hose. We did buy a hose to replace it. But I was just like, I was also
That's
like,
good, son. Good
if
son.
every time I have to borrow this thing, I got to replace something, I'd rather just do it on my own machine. But we got like the concrete washing attachment as well. Oh, so
The
delightful.
surface.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
it was
Yeah.
so nice. So
Yes.
nice.
Yeah.
It was like, and normally like for power tools, like my mower, blower, weed whacker, etc. I'm not a big fan of like electric, but I did get an electric power washer because it uses less water and less gas per hours. And I was like,
I would hope it
considering like,
uses less gas.
Yeah, it's electric.
Well, no, but in terms of like they're
Zero
rated,
gas.
they rated
Woogie,
for, like,
woogie,
the
woogie,
gas
woogie.
machines. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I'm sorry. You're
I
a
know
layman.
I
You're a
know- I know
layman.
what you're
You're a
apologize. I
Well, you-
apologize. So,
at least you won't have to deal with carb
I take
issues, so-
offense.
yeah,
I take
exactly.
offense.
Exactly.
Yeah, like Daniel said, I have to deal with carb issues. I had to clean out the carburetor. I'm a small engine repair guy. I don't know if you knew this
He
or
is.
not.
He's a big small engine repair
Big small engine guy.
Some might say large.
A large small engine guy. What a
Big time small engine repair guy. Yeah. One of the premier ones in West Virginia, from what I hear.
But yes, the carburetor, that's the problem with my power washer. Well, it was Daniel's power washer, but he, like you, didn't feel like dealing with it. So he gave it to me.
so I bought another one.
And bought another one.
Danny told Aaron to come pick it up, and then Aaron just saw it in his driveway with a sign that said free. Or no, a sign that said $50. He left it outside the day before with free, and no one took it. But I was like, we're gonna have it for forever, and it's like we've already used it like a bunch of times. Power washed the deck, part of the concrete yesterday. This morning did like some car mats in the other side of the deck, and we'll finish the pool and patio like probably later this week or something. So we've already like, oh, this is great. This is spectacular. Because the previous homeowner, I don't even think she knew what a power washer was, but that's neither here or there.
Now you're washing with power.
Dude, I'm the power washer. Yes. Yes. Oh, so nice. Yeah. What about you guys? What you guys get into this weekend? Anything?
I don't know. I was just about to segue saying that that Vegas is power washing the stars off the Western Conference Finals here.
I broke the
As we were
hose on your
watching.
segue.
Yeah. I gotta clean the carb out now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Eric and I were kind of talking about like Dallas, for as good as they are, this series specifically, very Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah,
Like for
whether they're or not.
almost no reason.
I mean, this game is going like games 4 and 5 should have went.
Should
Really?
have, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like the point is like that Stars team is very good, like on paper, and then also the results and playoffs to this point. They're a very, very good team. But for whatever reason, like they don't look the same. It's weird. I don't understand. I can't figure it out. And it's like I don't think it's Ottinger because they're getting outplayed top to bottom.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think it's a goalie problem, but it's
Yeah,
weird.
all the stuff, it's like a rebound, like to a far side and somebody else is there, or like it's little plays in front of the net. He can't do it. It was almost like Aiden Hill's performance last game, where like Aiden Hill played well, but like it's
Right.
just, it is what it is. And that was a 2-game differential. And every other game, aside from game 3, when they got shellacked,
And I have
it was a 1-goal game.
I have to qualify this that like we're sitting here watching game 6, right? So in the previous 2 games, especially in that game 5, Dallas like completely dominated that game. Vegas was not in the game at all. It was like mirror opposite of what's happening tonight.
Yeah.
Right.
So it again, like it's weird. It doesn't make any sense.
You think it's awkward in the Stars locker room? Like,
With Ben?
they're like Ben said he accidentally cross-checked the guy. I don't know, man.
I
He's probably been
don't know.
accidentally running into
Yeah.
teammates in practice too. I'm
Well, he
sure.
should probably start. He should probably start doing that now, considering they're down 4-0. Like
Yeah.
now would be the time to do it, not 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not at
Or
all.
don't do it.
Yeah,
at
or
all.
not.
Yeah.
God,
What was
part of
this-
me hopes like one of the teammates just takes a fucking shot at him. Like, well, we had Ben back tonight, so kind of went how you would expect, like something like that. But I doubt
What
it.
was the GIF that you put? It was Austin Powers. Oh no!
Oh yeah,
I fell
I
over.
fell over. Yeah, because he said
I
he was
fell over.
falling down and he accidentally
Yeah,
placed
okay.
his stick on Mark Stone's like neck.
Yeah,
but if you look at Mark Stone, he clearly has his hand up in the air as Jamie Ben's coming down. Like
and he
it's
extended his arms.
I know. Like,
It's
dude,
not like it was totally intentional.
yeah, it's the Austin Powers. Oh, I fell over again. As Burke Bacharach's playing in the background. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't. It's just like I would have too bonker. Like I said, like when Jamie Benn said it, that was the second thing to come out that day from an NHL press conference, and that wasn't the craziest thing I heard that day. The other one was Rod Brendamore. Well, we got swept, but like, you know,
wait.
But that's not what happened.
We got beat 4 times in a row, but we didn't get swept.
We didn't get swept. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, really? Like,
but we also didn't get beat. We lost, but we didn't get beat.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, just stop talking.
Stop.
Yeah. Just shut up, Rod.
Just say the cliche shit.
Like, think for a half a second about what you're trying to say and say it with like words that make sense.
Yes.
Like, we know what you're trying to say. We get it. But
yes,
you sound not
like a typical steroid user, like just crazy.
Well,
right?
Whoa. Okay.
Better watch out. Rod the Bod's going to visit you in your sleep.
I know.
Ear's illegal in Maryland, so come on, Rod. I know in the Carolinas they have not as stringent testing policy, but no, I don't know. I just like it's bonkers. And then Slavin gets jacked up behind the net.
Oh, he got annihilated.
The thing that like bothers me is like Slavin's smart and like he saw Bennett coming, and part of me is like, dude, it's literally an elimination game for an Eastern Conference final berth into the Stanley Cup Final, and you don't think that's coming. Like he just like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's 100% going, but I'm just like, kind of like that was shocking because like I saw some people like Slavin got hit there. I'm like, yeah,
Well,
he needed to be hit.
I think he just got caught. I mean,
he could have just been caught.
It was fast.
Yeah, it's a fast game. You got to keep up.
Yeah, that was no get hit.
Yeah, thing that sucks, like to kind of end Dallas a little bit, like Jamie Benn and Sagan had a really good year, and they don't have a lot of prime years left because they're really riddled with injuries like the last couple of years. So the fact they're playing healthy, they're playing in a support role on a team that's young and very good, and they got a good coach, a good goalie, really good D, good depth all around. Like it sucks. It's kind of like you make it this far and this is the effort. I mean, and I don't know, maybe there's a bunch of injuries, so you don't 100% know, but it just sucks that it's like you have this team with all this potential going against a good team in Vegas, and it's like, damn.
But also Vegas is that good.
Vegas is good.
Yes.
I mean, and everybody knew that. Right?
Yeah.
Vegas is that good. So whatever. But
yeah, I mean, they kind of did their work against Edmonton, and then from there they've had like, even though like Dallas, like we were saying, those early games, Dallas could have won because it was a 1-goal game, and then some of the OT, like Vegas they're sticking to the formula. They do what they do well, and they understand like we could bend, but we don't break, and that's kind of what they do. So,
I don't think that's how they play. I think
they
Vegas
attack, but like,
I think Vegas
they weather the storm, dude.
I think Vegas is very, very good at controlling the puck and denying the opponent access to the puck. I think they're very good at it. Yeah. And I also think that when it does come into their end, they're lucky in that they have, Aiden Hill back there. But they also have like 6 goalies in the system that could start any of these games. So whatever. But Aiden Hill just happens to be the hot guy right now, right? But
they have a really good top 4 decor too.
Yeah, it's
Petra Martinez, Theodore, and White Cloud. And a few years ago, like Eric was joking, like White Cloud, his claim to fame, like that first playoff run, he just got lit up like every single night. He fell into the bench once. He got like in through the he got busted up pretty quick.
And the yeah. He was like one of those those like inflatable toys that some kids get where you can like punch it and you can hit it so hard that it hits the
Oh,
ground
bounces
behind
back,
it, and then
yeah.
it bounces back up.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. That was, but since then, like his rookie kind of foray into the playoffs, that kid's a gamer. He shows up, he does his
Yeah.
part, man. So
It's awesome.
Oh, great, good player. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, for sure. I mean, that again, like even for the first year that franchise came in the league, from line 1 to line 4 and the top pair to the third pair, you can just roll them,
Mhm.
and it's
Absolutely.
they've just had that strategy since the beginning of the franchise, since expansion, that we're just going to roll what we got. And yeah, there's some situational stuff where they're going to lean heavy on certain players, but I think they covet depth and they employ it. It's kind of interesting. I think so. They're going to win tonight. Okay, we're going into the third period here. They're going to win tonight, so it's them in Florida. Might as well talk about it now.
May
Florida,
as well.
Florida does sort of the same thing with their roster. They spread minutes around, especially in the forwards, not so much in the D. So it's going to be interesting to see how that matchup plays out, where you have two teams that are pretty deep comparatively, and how they're going to work in-game matchups and what happens when you're down a goal or two. Like if you're Florida and you're down a goal or two, keep rolling, you're 9 or 12, or do you shorten it up and go to a 6 or an 8, forward rotation, something like that, to try and get that goal back? It's going to be interesting. I don't think Vegas is ever going to get in that situation. He says now, right after Florida knocked off Boston, Toronto, Carolina, but if
Also, you said that the team name that we're not supposed to speak this episode. But
yeah,
I'm
but
not
it's
going to
in-
say it again. But
it's
it's
in
in context.
relation.
We need the
It's
context.
in
So, yeah,
It's in relation to Florida because they've knocked off all of the Eastern Conference giants, right? And now they're gonna face the giant of the West, and I think it's appropriate to mention Toronto at that point.
Sure,
but
fine. Yes.
We can do it.
In passing,
We can do it.
even though that was the rule.
Yeah.
But I think the matchup is very interesting between Florida and Dallas.
Two coaches.
or
Florida
Florida
and
and Vegas.
Yeah.
Florida is absolutely a team that bends and doesn't break. They all 20 guys, or whatever, stand on the shoulders of Sergei Bobrovsky. All of them do.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
If that guy, if he's, they've got some days off here, they're getting healthy, they're getting rested. But if he's not, 100% there, or something happens, it's got to be Bob, right? It has to be him.
It's all
So-
Bob. Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
What about Bob?
Although, interesting stat here. Bob's save percentage through 14 playoff games, 0.935.
Yep.
Very
Aiden
good.
Hill's save percentage through his 10 games, 0.932.
Yeah.
very
We
good.
might be in for a goaltenders duel
Maybe.
with these two.
Yeah.
So
However,
you
both
could
teams.
that's
yeah.
just pure save percentage. It's not taking into account like higher danger shots and
Well, also just pure workload, right? Like
Yeah,
Bob's
right.
workload is insane.
Almost-
significantly higher.
almost
right.
200 shots more than
Exactly.
Aiden Hill.
So yeah, so right. So like again, like the save percentage stat is probably the best sort of individual goalie number that we have, right? Because it's the one thing that they could control, and I'm using air quotes.
Right.
Because there's a lot of other stuff that goes into that, how the defense is playing in front of them and how much their team has the puck versus the other team, etc.
Of course.
Right. But Bob's workload is insane, right? So it's a little bit, it's different. He's the guy. He's the guy. And
He's the
like,
guy.
in win or lose, they like Gary Bettman has to hand him the Conn Smythe trophy.
Oh yeah.
I think
absolutely.
even
Win or
even
lose.
if Vegas sweeps them, like as long as the score isn't like
7-2.
4-0 each game,
Right.
like I think Bob has done enough. Not to like say like anyone on Vegas hasn't like done anything to win it over him. I just think the like Aiden Hill came in partway through. Petro played great, Eichel played great, but like Bob willed his team there. Like Vegas, I would definitely say team effort, depth, absolutely. I know some people are like saying Kachuk. That's great, and I agree. My only issue with that is like Bob has stolen games and series.
Yes.
Like without like not even
Kachuk
close.
doesn't get the opportunity to score the overtime winners if Bob doesn't keep them in those games.
correct.
Like they're standing on Bob's shoulders. Like it's 100% Bob.
And I'm not taking anything away from Matthew Kachuk because I think the way that he plays and the way he has been playing, especially in this playoffs, is awesome. And I say it all the time in Discord and I say it on here all the time. We need this generation of American-born players in the Olympics. So NHL, please go to the Olympics because Matthew Kachuk could take a Team USA to a gold medal.
Oh yeah.
The way that he's playing in these
I love
playoffs,
the way he's
like,
playing.
He
I
could
think
take, like we could finally do it, guys. So
they're well, all right. So there's a few storylines I look for, including the Olympics. So and I'll tie it in.
Hold that thought, Johnny. We got to take a quick break to hear from our sponsor.
Shouldn't having conversations with your money be easy? Like easier than pronouncing Worcestershire? Nope, Worcester. Huh, Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Oh, man. Yeah, there's no way anyone gets that on the first try. F&M Trust is here to help you have better conversations with your money. Our business banking relationship managers deliver the personalized service and speedy responses that help your small business do big things. Go bank it easy at fmtrust.bank. Member FDIC. Worcestershire. Worcestershire?
First off, you got Kachuk and Bob, and then you got Jack Eichel. So like two really good American players.
Yes.
Headlining the Stanley Cup Final. Sick. Two coaches, brand new teams this year. Dope. That's great.
Yes.
Two franchises that have never won.
Two teams that have never won a Stanley Cup. I also, in the back of my mind, hypothetically, if Florida wins a cup, but if they don't, it looks like they're set up for a while. Ottawa is the emerging team in the East. Everyone's saying, with the new ownership coming on board soon, Brady has to go through Matt and they're both in the same division.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, over the course of the
that.
coming years, like, I'm like, this is great. This is awesome.
That is a great
I love it.
storyline.
I love it. And also, and kind of what we're saying, like, the Team USA, like, a few years ago, we were kind of like, oh, we got, Poppy and Johnny Hockey and some of those guys. Now we're like, who are those dudes? Like, we don't need those guys.
We got some gamers now.
Yeah. Like I said, we got the Hughes brothers.
The Hughes.
We got the Hugheses, the Kachuckases.
The Kachuckas.
Like we're gonna be
The
they're
Kachuckas.
sitting good, man.
The Hughes brothers, at least the most recent two, have played some very big games in NCAA hockey, right? So they've and the two with New Jersey, right? Like they've played in the playoffs now and they've gotten so far and they get it now, right? Like
You could hypothetically put
Y'all
a
are
starting
hyping me
lineup.
up. I'm ready now.
So
Let's
you could
go.
you could put a
man.
starting. All right, I'm just painting this picture. Throw whatever Canada's opening lineup in a gold medal game is.
Some
If
bums.
Team USA, hold on, no. Seriously, yeah, bunch of
Sid
bunch of
Bums.
plumbers out there.
Connor
He's on the
McDavid.
third line,
shit,
dude.
Sid wouldn't
Yeah.
even be on
But I'm
top
saying,
six on that team right
here,
now.
you could throw out a starting lineup of all family. You could have Quinn and Luke on the back end, and then you got
All family.
freaking
all
Matt
in the
and
family.
Brady. Matt and Brady on the wings, and put Jack in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
like
love
come
it.
on,
That's a storyline.
have
right
fun, Connor. Good freaking luck.
There.
Yeah,
Love it.
lock the door. You're done. Also too, like there was that clip going around of like Matthews and Line kind of smirking when Matt said he really likes watching Corey Perry because he gets under team skin. He goes to the gritty areas, and he always shows up for big games. And Corey Perry does do that. 3 straight Stanley Cup Finals as an elder statesman, very impactful.
Yes.
You know, that guy, there's a reason he keeps getting NHL contracts in good spots.
Yeah.
There's a fucking reason. And in that video with Ron
he's the
McClain and
perfect
Don
asshole.
Cherry, yeah, he is. There was that clip, and he's like, Corey Perry, and you see Line and Matthews making a smirk. And I put it in our Discord, like, funny enough, Matthews, congratulations. You won some stuff individually in the playoffs. You've done nothing. Line I didn't even know you're still in the league, bud. Like, it's kind of jarring. Like,
True
It's
story.
true. It's true.
Where'd he go?
yeah. No, he's in Columbus. Yeah, he's in Columbus. But like,
Good town, by the way.
yeah, good town.
I wasn't being literal. I mean, like, where has he? He's on a milk carton. He's just not.
Sure, he's on a milk carton. Yeah,
he's
on
not
a milk
showing
carton.
up.
I know.
He's not.
There's
on
about to be a
stat sheet.
Netflix. There's about to be a Netflix
Well,
documentary about it. Like, where
I
did
mean,
Line go?
He is buried on the Blue Jackets. Like, they're not doing anything. So
Buried.
you're not going to see him. Like, you're not going to know.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
anything
You
that
won't.
happens for him.
Yeah.
True.
because
Like, who
he
watches
played-
the Blue
unless
Jackets?
he
he
makes
plays for
something
the Blue
highlight,
Jackets, and
yeah.
they're playing like they're a bad team. Like, they're, whatever. But
But I also think that's partially like he was in Winnipeg. He could have been the king of that city,
yeah,
and then he's like, I don't want to play here.
he didn't.
And then
take
he gets
advantage.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then he gets traded to Columbus. And the first year he's under Torts. In the last couple of years he's been under Brad Larson there. And he's kind of just been like, meh. Like, he is the guy in Columbus, and they got a guy to set him up this year. He was injured for a good part, but like, he's kind of just been meh. Like, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, Kachuk all day. Like, I mean, this playoffs, without a doubt, he also has 200-point series or 200-point regular seasons in his bank now. Like, he's doing things the right way. Like,
Yes.
Florida's kind of a thick hockey team too, so that's nice. We got two
Yeah,
thick teams battling it out. I'm gonna be so excited watching
boy
it.
hockey.
It's gonna do so much to me. I can't wait.
When are we dropping that shirt?
Oh shit!
God, that needs to happen.
I gotta design.
We need a thick boy
something.
hockey shirt.
Yeah, I'll design something. I'll hashtag thick
Yeah.
boy hockey. I'll design.
And then we can even do like Merry Thickmas,
Yeah.
like Thanksgiving. Like a Thanksgiving.
Hey, John, turn around. Turn around, John.
Oh, do you see that? Wild
Yes,
Bill.
I did. I saw that.
Wow, Bill.
This is the thing too, though, that I've been seeing. I didn't actually watch the first period of this game. I only got to come in the second, but
Mm-hmm.
they were talking in the second. They're like, "Oh, Vegas doesn't have a shot yet," and then Barbashev, made a great play, and did he got the goal in the second, right?
Yes.
What he made, I think he either one of them, he was involved.
Trade
He either got
deadline
the assist
acquisition.
Yeah.
or
Well,
got the goal.
This
But
one here.
either way, it was a mini breakaway, and then there was two more in the second, and then there was two here, like right
Yeah,
before this
but
goal.
Well,
that
yeah,
Vegas
but
scored.
Yeah, but this one here, Dum Heiskanen screens Ottinger on the shot, like, because he doesn't know what to do. Like,
That's
that's
kind
like,
of my
lost.
point.
yeah,
They're giving up these mini breakaways. They're
Yeah.
It's
putting
not
two
Ottinger.
guys on the
It's not
night on the
Ottinger.
wall, and it's
but the other thing is
it's not
the other,
Ottinger.
It also
The
is
other
because
guy-
it's a shit change.
yeah, they got screwed on the change because
They-
they thought it was out of the zone once the puck crossed the blue line. The dude that was skating it up, I couldn't see the number, went off the
Amadio.
gas. He went off the gas. He thought he was clear. Didn't know that the back checker was behind him. The rest of Dallas is like, oh, we can change it out because the puck's out of the zone. It's within 6 feet of the blue line. Worst place for a turnover, by the way, within 6 feet of the blue line, inside or outside. And the back checker strips the puck, goes the other way, mini breakaway, like you say. Heiskanen gets back off from the bench. He actually gets in position, but he screens Ottinger on the pass back to the high slot. Because I guarantee Carlson's coming down the middle of the ice, banging his stick and screaming and yelling,
Yep.
right? Give me the puck, because Heiskanen's back is to him as he's coming up the ice. So
Danny.
they have no idea that Carlson's there, right? Like
Right.
they have no idea. No one. The only guy that knows is Jake Ottinger because he can see everything happening in front of him.
Daniel, you know what Bruce Cassidy would say about that?
What?
That's a mistake Arizona makes in January.
Yes.
Our victory lap continues.
No offense.
Yeah.
No
Bruce
offense.
is in. Bruce is in.
Yeah.
He listens.
Yeah.
He knows.
He's definitely a frequent listener.
He was probably chuckling. He's like, you know what? I could get in on this. I like this. Just everybody's gonna start taking body
low-hanging
shots
fruit.
at him. Yeah, talk about low hanging fruit is nutritious. You need it.
Yeah, body shots at him till
Yeah.
they move.
Yeah. Just body shot them until they move. Yeah.
Well, that'll do it for this one. Thank you so much for your listen. We appreciate all the support we get, and especially the likes, ratings, reviews, subscriptions that we get from all the various podcatchers that you use to listen to Beers in a Lot. We appreciate that especially. So keep all that coming, and we'll keep the episodes coming. You can expect one next Wednesday. And until then, have a good one. See ya.